Yesterday, when Dr. Besigye appeared, the judge said this man is too sick, he can't even sit here for 30 minutes. Let him go back to prison. Today, he could not even make it to court in another court at Uganda Road, and the magistrate had to step trial for 2 months because he cannot appear in court. Yesterday, he was able to be there for 20 minutes. Today, he could not appear. So for somebody to say, let the technocrats go and look at the files when somebody is dying in prison, I mean, how human can we be? How? So because the purpose for bringing closer, why did we have to sit and say, no, 25th is too far, let him appear tomorrow? And that's what we did.
Tuli ku nsonga za Besigye era muganda wange olwaleero ngenda kuwa biki ebiri mu Parliament oba kasookedde nga Besigye bamuteeka mu kkooti gye buvudde kati ne bamuzaayo mu kaduukulu. Ababaka bakyogeddeko ki mu Parliament okukiteesaako? Oyinza okubeera eno ogamba nti batudde naye muganda mwange abasajja omuliro bakyagukumye. Kakati kyenjagala omanye nti ennaku z'omwezi nga 2 omwezi guno gwennyini Deputy Attorney General Jackson Kafuuzi yatukakasizza n'atugamba nti Fayiro ey'omusango ogwa Dr. Kizza Besigye nti yabadde emaze okubeera nga officially yabadde emaze okubeera nga ejjibwa mu court martial n'etwalibwa mu office eya Director of Public Prosecutions DPP. Kwegamba Besigye bwe yabeeredde mu kkooti we mwakirabye, Fayiro yabadde tennaba kubeera nga evaayo, era ndowooza lwaki y'ensonga lwaki omulamuzi yagambye nti abamuzeeyo mu kaduukulu kirabika ndowooza process yabadde tennaba kubeera nga eyitamu. Naye okusinziira mune kwe tufuna okuva eyo bwe bati batukakasizza era nga Deputy Attorney General Jackson Kafuuzi bino byonna yabitubuulidde. Kakati okulangirira kuno kitegeeza nti kutuleetedde okubeera nga ate era tukanula amaaso n'okwongera okuteesa ku nsonga eno ku musango gwa Besigye, engeri gye gwenda okubeera nga kukwasaganyizibwamu. Era Kafuuzi yannyonnyodde n'agamba nti ekiri emabega wa kino oba okusalawo kuno, yagambye nti Fayiro eya Dr. Kizza Besigye bwetyo emaze okubeera nga mu butongole etwalibwa ejjibwa mu court martial getwalibwa mu office ya DPP, era nga bwe nkutegeezezza nti ekiri emabega wa kino kitegeeza nti bagenda kwongera okubeera nga bagitunulamu ate era bwe batyo bakole ekisaanidde. Era Deputy Attorney General yayongerezaako n'agamba nti kino ekyakoleddwa kye kimu ku steps ezirina okuba nga zikwasaganyizibwa okukakasa nti omusango guno gukwasaganyizibwa okusinziira ku legal framework eya Uganda. Obutakumalya biseera nga bwe nakusuubiza kansooke nkuwe enteesa mu Parliament nga bwe yabadde nga Dr. Kizza Besigye omulamuzi Singiza kyajje alagire nti addizibweyo ate yasobola kumuwozesa kubanga mulwadde nnyo. Kati nga ababaka beebuuza nti yasaze yakoze eki kubanga omuntu mulwadde nnyo ayebye kyokka ati bamuzza mu kaduukulu. Kiki ddala ekigenda mu maaso?
Right, Honourable Speaker.
Sergeant, as you remove that, you can put the single chairs there.
Earlier on, the Honourable Atkins raised the issue of human rights. I thought he would raise it again because we said this can actually wait. We know this grading and Honourable Sewungu is going to give us a version. But Right Honourable Speaker, when the issue was raised, there was insinuation that this is a matter before court. We agree. But Right Honourable Speaker, Dr. Besigye was brought to court at the intervention of this House. Not directing, but intervention. Right Honourable Speaker, ideally, I would have expected that executive comes and reports what is the status at the moment. Because We agreed here. There was even a meeting that I attended. The government chief whip was there. The deputy attorney general was there. And the minister for justice reported that Besigye would be brought to court. That was yesterday. Wouldn't it be procedurally right? Information, yes. Yes.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Attorney General.
Information, yeah.
This thing is overcoming. Can you just give us information? No.
Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Asmani's prayer is that we brief the House on the status of the matter that is in a court regarding the matter that the Honorable Minister of Education has presented. If given the right opportunity, Right Honorable Speaker, on Tuesday would be in position to respond.
On regarding Dr. Besigye?
Right Honorable, the question that Honorable Asmani brought was not, if I understood clearly, it was not in respect of Besigye.
Right,
maybe he can clarify.
Right on, Speaker. In this house here, we agreed that government actually undertook through the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs that Dr. Besigye would be brought before court, the civilian court. And indeed, he was brought to court. The procedural issue, Right Honourable Speaker, I raised is whether we are proceeding right before or without a status report pursuant to the agreement we had here from the Attorney General. And it was at that point, Right Honourable Speaker, that I had ceded space to Honourable Mwijuche to provide more information. Then I conclude on that issue before the Attorney General comes, Right Honourable Speaker.
So can you conclude on the issue?
I had ceded for information from Mwijuche, Right Honourable Speaker.
Which I'm not giving.
Oh, okay. Now that you are not giving it, Right Honourable Speaker, which is your discretion, which we respect, Learned Attorney General, since there were commitments and undertakings made on the floor, wouldn't it be better for you to come and update this House on the status report or progress of the commitments and undertakings that we took without necessarily delving into the merits of the case?
Right Honourable Speaker, in the past few weeks, our honourable colleagues across the aisle have been pressing and demanding that Dr. Besigye be produced in court. Civilian courts. On behalf of government, we have time and again committed to meet all the requirements as stated by the Supreme Court. Pursuant to your ruling the other day, the Honourable Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs did commit once again to fulfill the requirements of the Supreme Court decision. And indeed yesterday, the Honourable Dr. Kizza Besigye was produced before Justice Dr. Singiza, and I believe the prayer that my colleagues across the aisle had always been pressing for was that Besigye be produced before a civilian court. That was done yesterday. And for now, that's what I can report. Because the processes are still ongoing, I need not delve into what may be considered to be sub judice. Thank you.
Order. Procedure.
Procedure. Procedure.
You know, there is no lie. If you have information, it is additional information. But what the Attorney General has said is correct, that was produced before the court yesterday. So what happened? What happened? Are we in management of court process?
What was done yesterday, Madam Speaker, was not what this Parliament had intended. Madam Speaker, listen to me. Madam Speaker, Parliament had wished that Dr. Besigye be produced in civil courts to be charged or tried in civil courts. Who produces Dr. Besigye in civil courts? It is the state. The state. Dr. Besigye appeared yesterday in court on another issue, and it was on an application made by his lawyers about a different thing. As we speak now, Madam Speaker, Dr. Besigye has not been charged or arraigned before any court, as we Parliament had intended. It is a lie.
Honorable Prime Minister, let the government speak.
Right, Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members. Article 128 is very clear. Use your constitution, or use your iPad. Article 128 is very clear. The independence of the courts, and so we cannot order court to do anything.
Honorable Sewungu. Honorable Sewungu. Shadow Minister. Shadow Minister of Education. Honorable members. Honorable members. If you feel court is not doing enough, court is very near. Let's walk to court and ask the judge, why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? Yes.
Madam Speaker, with your permission, I want to thank you for what you did the other day. You did great when you allowed Madam Speaker, I want to thank you and the entire country.
Maybe you have information from, just a minute before you come in. There's information Attorney General wants to give you.
Perhaps to add to my earlier statement, it was a requirement of the court that a number of files be transferred. The files that were originally before the court martial be transferred to a civil court.
To DPP.
Yes. Right Honourable Speaker, I wish to report to the House that the transfer has been done. Now, I humbly request that you allow the technical people look through the files and advise on the next step of action.
Order.
Thank you.
Order.
Mojiche.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, my concern is that the purpose for which we met and asked the executive to bring closer the appearance of Dr. Besigye is being defeated. Because you remember you raised this issue very passionately and we had a purpose. Yesterday, when Dr. Besigye appeared, The judge said this man is too sick, he can't even sit here for 30 minutes. Let him go back to prison. Today, he could not even make it to court in another court at Uganda Road, and the magistrate had to step trial for 2 months because he cannot appear in court. Yesterday, he was able to be there for 20 minutes. Today, he could not appear. So for somebody to say, let the technocrats go and look at the files when somebody is dying in prison, I mean, how human can we be? How? So because the purpose for bringing closer, why did we have to sit and say, no, 25th is too far. Let him appear tomorrow. And that's what we did.